I'm going to show two examples of solving systems of linear equations with their application. So let's look at the first ones. We've got a plane that's flying from Honolulu to Kahului on Maui. So going against the trade winds, that plane is fighting against the wind. So here's our little plane. And so if we let the p equal the speed of the plane in still air and w equal the speed of the wind, on the way towards Maui from, let's see, we're going from Honolulu towards Maui. So the wind is coming, the trade winds are coming, and the plane is having to fight against those trade winds, right? That wind is kind of just pushing the plane back just a little bit. So the speed the actual average speed that the plane is going would be its speed, true speed in still air, and then it's fighting against the wind. So the wind is slowing it down just a little bit. Okay, now the big key with these types of problems is that distance equals rate times time. So the distance that it's traveling is 90 miles, about 90 miles, and then the time that it takes is 30 minutes. Let's see, we're going to need to find the average speed of the plane in still air and then the speed of the wind. And our units need to be miles per hour. So 30 minutes, I'm going to just rewrite that as a half an hour. So our time here is 1/2. Now going the other way, so going from Maui and heading back towards Honolulu, we've got our plane is being sped up just a little bit, not a lot, but that wind is helping. Okay, so we have the same distance that we're traveling, but now we have the plane, if it was flying in still air, and then it's plus just a tiny bit of hint of that wind pushing it along. And it's taking just 20 minutes. So 20 minutes, if I'm trying to convert that to hours, I would say that 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes. And so then that would be the same, just multiply. We would have 20 over 60, which simplifies to 1/3. And that would be in hours. So I'm going to write my time in hours. And now I have a great system. It looks like I can do addition method here, but I'm going to simplify on this one. I'm going to go ahead and just multiply both sides by 2, and on this one I'm going to multiply both sides by 3 just to clean that up a little bit. So multiplying both sides by 2 here, I would get 180 is equal to p minus w, and then I would have 3 times 90 is 270, and that would be p plus w. And now I can use our addition method. So we go ahead and add columns. And so this would give me 450 is equal to 2p. My w's would just add up to 0. And so p is equal to 225. And that would be the average speed of the plane in still air. It's a little slow. Usually these inner island planes are flying more like 300 miles per hour. But it's average, so it's including the takeoff and landing speeds when it's slowing down a little bit. All right, now we can use one of these to help us figure out our wind speed. I'll go ahead and just use 270 is equal to the plane speed, so 225 plus wind. And solving for W here, I would get that the wind is 45 miles per hour. All right, and then writing that out, we have the average speed of the plane in still air is 225 miles per hour, and the wind speed is 45 miles per hour. All right, we're going to do one more, and this one is going to use mixtures. So a hospital uses a bleach solution as a disinfectant. And so we have two different things that we've got. We've got one that has a 20% is of the liquid is bleach. So we've got a whole bunch of liquid, but only a certain amount is actual bleach. The rest of it is water and coloring and some other things, some fragrance. So we're going to have some of that 20% solution, and then we have another that is got a little bit more. It's 35% bleach. Okay, so again, we've got a whole amount, but only part of it is the bleach itself. Okay, so we're going to put those together, and we want a new mixture that's a little bit, you know, in between there. We want a 30% solution. Okay, so that's of bleach, and then again, we still have coloring and fragrance and some other stuff in there as well. So just part of that is actual bleach itself. Okay, so we're going to define some variables. Okay, we'll let X equal the amount of actual liquid in the 20% solution, and Y is going to be the amount of the 35% solution that we're using. So what we do know is that when we put these two things together, we have 15 ounces. So altogether, we know that this is 15 ounces. I don't know how much I put of each. So I'm going to take, so we have 20%. Yeah, this I don't know. This is X. This I don't know either. This is Y. But you put those two things together, and you have your new total, which is our desired mix. All right, so now let's do an equation that just is talking about bleach. So 20% of our first one, that's of X, plus 35% of our second one, that's our Y, is going to be equal to a new mixture of bleach, which is 30% of our total, which is 15. Okay, so our first equation was just amount of liquid, just total liquid, and then our second equation is just talking about bleach. All right, now I'm going to just use some substitution. So I'm going to rewrite this as X is equal to 15 minus Y. I'll just subtract 15 from both sides, and then I'm going to just clean this second one up just a little bit. We've got 0.2X plus 0.35 Y is equal to 0.3 times 15, that's 4.5. And then I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite this without any decimals. So I see that I have 2 decimal places. So I'm going to just multiply both sides by 100 to just clear those. And then 100 times 0.2 is 20x, and then plus 35y is equal to 450. Okay, good. Now we can use substitution. So I'm going to substitute the value for x of 15 minus y. So that's going to go right in here. So I get 20 times 15 minus y plus 35y is equal to 450. And then distributing my 20, I get that 300 minus 20y plus 35y is equal to 450. And, oops, I'll subtract 300 from both sides and combine my y's here. So I've got 15y is equal to 150, so y is equal to 10. And now, going back to my x equation, x is equal to 15 minus y, and y we just found is 10. So x is equal to 5. And it's worth just doing a quick little check. If you, let's see, so we've got 0.2 times 5, and then plus 0.35 times 10, and does that really equal 4.5? Yeah, because we've got 2 times 5 is 10, move that decimal point over 1, and then we've got 3.5, and that does equal 4.5. So that does check out. And then we'll write it out in a complete sentence. So we'll use 5 ounces of the 20% solution and 10 ounces of the 35% solution to get 15 ounces of the 30% solution.